process for building a display case starts in the receiving area. In this area, raw materials come in that will supply the plant with the necessary materials to build a case. The metal fabrication area will begin processing the materials by first cutting out a sheet of steel with a high-powered laser. Mechanical punch machines may also be used to cut the material. They act like an industrial cookie cutter and stamp the material out to the specified design. Once the metal is cut to shape, some parts will be further processed by a brake machine. These are typically 1 to 2 person operations that are used to bend the metal into its desired form. Depending on the type of material, some parts such as stainless steel parts will go directly to the kitting area, while other materials such as galvanized steel will continue to be processed through the paint line. Many parts will also be processed in the weld shop. In this area, parts will be welded using a MIG or TIG operation. Here, the operators will weld various framing and aesthetic components such as seal caps. Metal trim may also require welding and will ultimately be finished using various sanding and polishing tools. In another part of the plant, the wood shop is preparing pieces that will be used to assemble the display cases. Also in this area, laminate sheets are cut to shape that will be used in the finishing process. In a separate manufacturing area, stone parts are cut to profile and finished per the customer specifications. These parts will be sent to the final assembly area to be installed on the final product. Also part of the fabrication process is a CNC mill that will be used to cut out various pieces of foam and other materials that will be further processed in an upstream operation. Some parts that have been fabricated will be further enhanced by the paint line. Here, a powder coat system is used to adhere paint to the metal using an electrical charge. Once the parts have been fully painted, they will go through a high heat cure oven to ensure the paint is fully dried before removing the parts from the line. Once all the parts have been fabricated, a kitting area will pull the various components together per the customer order. Once the kit is complete, all the parts will move to the assembly area for installation. The next part of the process begins in one of several sub-assembly areas. Here, associates begin assembling various components that will be used on the final product. Some of the parts that are constructed are shelves, electrical controllers, plenum boxes, and other components. The coil department will assemble the evaporator coil, which will be the heart of the refrigeration system. To assemble the coils, operators join the parts together using a flame that's close to 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The end panel station will assemble the side panels for certain case models. These parts will have a foam core that will provide insulation for the display. Once all the components have been made, the framing department will begin assembling the final product. They will first assemble the base of the display case and then add various components such as refrigeration and wiring. The last step of the process is the final assembly area. Here, all the remaining parts and components are installed in the work cell. Once the case is complete, a technician will perform a final inspection and the case will be released to the shipping department. The process is finally completed once the display case is installed in the store. This process can be as fast as several hours for a store remodel or may take several months for a new store being constructed. Once it is fully operational, it will be merchandised with food and drinks and be ready for use.